Hello and welcome back to another video on Friend's Car Repair Corner. So, bit of on the fly kind of job. I was driving back from dropping off the kids and I got the engine light. Pretty sure it was to do with this pipe. And then one thing led to another and I was like, you know what, let's just get the intercooler off as well. So I have the intercooler off. So this video is going to be about me cleaning this pipe, the intercooler, getting it back on and see if that fixes it. And then obviously the steps to do will be what I do to put back on. So I can take you all through it and explain what you're going to need. But off the top of my head, all that I've needed so far is an 8mm, 10mm, flathead screwdriver, posi screwdriver, and that's it. So yeah, let's have a look at these. And I've got some kerosene, like lamping fluid stuff that is going to give all of this a clean. So let's get on to that. Right, I'm going to let that one sit in there. This looked like it might have been coming out clearer, so I can get like the jet wash and give this a good clean out now. But that should be emptied. But I was still seeing black coming from this, so I'm just going to leave that bit of kerosene in there now just to soak in, and I'll give it a wash through. Then I'll probably reuse this just to chuck it through again and then get the jet wash through it. But let's go back to this. So I think I saw, is it on this one? No, it's here. Don't know if you can see that, but there's a split there. I don't know whether that could be causing my issue. I can't see any. Well, it feels like there's a split, but no, that's all fine. So the only split does look to be, is that a split? So there's one there. So there's a couple of splits in that bit. But look at that, it is just, shouldn't be this dirty. Right, just running some water through it now to see if it's all cleared out. Well, found my issue. You see that there? Big split down the side. So that's where I'm hearing that sound, and then that's when the engine light then comes on. So I knew it was to do with this, but as I say, as I was getting that off, I wanted to, yeah, get this a clean because I've been meaning to do that as well. That's a bit of an awkward place to try and fix that. So I am going to have to order myself another one of these, but I think in the meantime, there's no harm in trying to do something to fix this. Okay, so I've given it a bit of a clean up. I think what I'm going to do is, I think I might just try and pack some plastic in there. If I can melt it like with the soldering iron and just fill all of that side up with, and then that should hopefully seal it. I mean, I might even be able to use the soldering iron on that bit and then just put plastic over the top. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, being a proper cheapo kind of thing, so couldn't find my soldering iron, so all I've done is ended up melting a bit of plastic over the top. That didn't really seem to be making a seal, so I've then used some super glue and some ash and super glue, hot glue, and yeah, it's basically all there. The other thing I wanted to do was actually chop out from there to there and then stick a replacement sort of plastic bit in, or metal bit, but as I wasn't expecting to do this today, I just need to get the car running. So I think this is going to get me through for the next day or two until I can either, yeah, fully repair this or get a replacement one. I don't really want to get a replacement one because these seem to be quite common to go. So yeah, but yeah, let's get all of this now back in the car. Okay, so back out the front where we're then going to refit this. But I thought I would show you the steps of how to actually remove it. This is the tray that you need to remove. Okay, so you've got these clips at the front that you can undo. Then you've got some 8mm around the side here. Then in the middle, going across the board. So like here, they're then 10mm. Once you've undone all of that, that will basically just come loose. Okay. Then what you've got is an 8mm there, or was it a 10? I think it was an 8mm there and there, and that is where the intercooler basically just connects to. And then with those pipes, so sorry, that pipe there, and then the other one I've taken out that you've seen that I've repaired. So this is where the intercooler would be, so that's where I'm going to put it now. What is that? Give that a bit of a clean off first, and then yeah, put the intercooler back on and the pipes, and we can test it out. But yeah, relatively easily job. So once you've undone this, intercooler's here, 8mm, and then it's also an 8mm on the actual sockets for the actual pipes. Where are they? Here. Okay, so you can then loosen those off and then pull off the intercooler. If you're doing the same thing as me, I would recommend taking off this pipe as well, because this is likely going to be your issue, and it's likely going to be around these bits here. Why they put those spring bits in there, I don't know. But yeah, let's get all of this back together. Okay, I lied. So this, or the Jubilee pipe clips, are 7mm, okay, to undo and undo and tighten up. So I'm tightening this one up now, but yeah, it's a 7mm, not an 8mm. Right, now to tighten up that one, then tighten all of this up. Okay, that is everything now all tightened up with the intercooler and the piping. I've been out for a drive. The car feels so much more responsive. When I put my foot down and with the window open, I'm not getting this sort of the sound, like the sucking sound that I would get, but it was kind of sounding metallic, kind of. That's, I don't know if you're going to hear that or not, but yeah, that was the kind of sound that I was getting, and I believe that was because of that pipe. So yeah, and it looks like my MPG's kind of getting a little bit better as well, so definitely worth doing. So yeah, if you have liked this video, then please do like the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Got lots more coming to the channel, and join me on the next one. Cheers guys.